All right, hello everybody, welcome back to Blueprints, where we're starting on the menu today because once again I want to take a look at something. We've discovered the red paper crown exists in the game, which is interesting for implications of this, right? We know a bit more about the game. So this exists. Chess piece is obviously relevant. Blueprints obviously relevant. This this is the, it's not called the compass, is it? I think this is called the compass. This is also called the compass. The thing that lets you draw in circles. Things from the drafting studio, right? All blueprint related stuff. The candle we believe to be relevant, with the torch room and just lighting stuff on fire. Seemingly, I haven't been able to do that yet. Hourglass. I don't think this is the realm symbol. I think this symbolizes the regions, the realms, the countries, the whatever. Clearly, because there's a window. We just haven't seen a globe that's marked with stuff, and I think that's on purpose. But I'm also wondering, like, okay, the hourglass here might be an item. Might just represent, time. The violin is surprisingly, in focus in here. We haven't seen anything that relates to the violin. The music room, sure. Is it an item? Maybe it's an item that spawns in the music room. We've only taken the music room, once. Something like that. So that's clearly relevant. There's some money, there's some books. This is, one of, the chalices, which, sure. And there's obviously the bust of Mr. Sinclair, I believe, which could mean something as well. The busts were a solution to the old the office puzzle, right? And that's really all that's here. Just like a red drape. I don't think that means anything. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting now that we know more. And I guess the compass is pointing a little, basically north. Just because of what it does is, and antechamber is north, I guess. Depending on which way the house faces, but who knows about that? But I guess up is north for all intents and purposes. Now, what are we trying to do today? We would love to get a tomb, which means I'm going to do one thing here. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to choose Black Prince. We're also more likely to get a treasure room, which will permanently increase the money the treasure room gives us, which is just good. Are there any other Black Prince that we have? I assume there are more. Like the treasure trove, the tomb, that's it. That's just the exit button. Okay. I do not want to go to the outer room just yet. I'd like to find a reroll dice or the ability to reroll first, just in case. We don't know how much of a chance this is. So, we'll see. Let's see. Right off the bat, give me a parlor. Gems are good. We were severely lacking last time, I think. Because I really couldn't pick many things. Gems are in the black box. Every statement with the word black is false. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. Well, if you're false, that means you're actually true, which means they are over here. And this would be false. If you're true, you're false. Which means you're true. I don't know how we know. How do we know? How do we figure this one out? They're getting hard. We failed the last one, I think, and which one do we trust? I don't know. Clearly one of these has to be false. Which means I feel like this. Sure, let's just call this true. Which means you're false. Which means you have the gems because you're also true and you have the gems. Look. Okay. So I guess this is true. You're false. Wait, what? You're true. Because this one is false. This is the only statement with the word black, except for this one, which I don't know if it acts like that, okay? Because that would just be an infinite loop. So you are true, which means you are false. No. Did I do the wrong thing here? I don't care. Okay. So maybe it's pretty common. If we're getting it right off the bat, I guess we'll see. It's not the worst room in the world to take right now. It takes us left. We might get like a hallway or something that goes up and down over here. It's not going to get us any more money today, so we should make sure we take it. Permanent buff, 10 coins. We're really getting somewhere. Then the trunk will be locked. I don't really get the purpose of that. It just told us something last time. These gems are still like pink. I don't think anything else here has really changed. There's a gold cannon. That's interesting. It's a night room, which is also interesting. So we either go up or we go down. Let's go down. Grab this key. Get the nook out of the pool, right? This is again, we do want to try to castle the chess room. Presumably, what I'm thinking is it means swap from king to rook or the other way around. So getting that's good. We have the knight already. We have a pawn. But of course, those aren't the hardest ones to get. I'm going to take a guest bedroom, maybe a gem on the table. Gem on the table. Dead end, get it out of the pool. Get a bedroom in here just to get a bedroom in here. And then we can start from the beginning again. Okay, planetarium, not my deal. Chapel's a bishop. It showed up. Well, let me just take it. Maybe we get lucky and there's some coins around here. Yes, there are. Okay. So, paid for itself, that's blocked off. We get the bishop. We just need the king and the queen. Which is kind of crazy. Aquarium, not really my jam right here. A down room also isn't my jam, but maybe we snake around and go up. Or I just lose right off the bat. That could happen. I'll take a den. Let's keep getting gems. Do we need security right now? Not really. We're still pretty early. You know, we could make less keycard doors, but we're not going to see that many down here. The library is the only one that works here, and maybe we get something good off of it. This was the censored book. I believe maybe we haven't gotten the fixed stars yet, but either we've gotten everything or we've got... This is the last one. So let's check that out next time. The bookshop. The servants' quarters. Very rare rooms. I die no matter what. So let's get the shop, I guess, to see if we can buy a book. And then call it a day right here. Interesting. A bishop in the bookshop. That might have some kind of implication. A lot of books. These don't look interactable. Newspaper. A new clue sold out in hours. Is this in the shop? Hang on. A new clue. 50. I can't afford it. I feel like that's a pretty good book to get. This is the uncensored Arinda book. The Curse of Blackbridge. Realm and Rune. Well, we can afford 3 if I can buy more than 1. Actually, math? I can't afford 3. I can afford 2. Books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to the library. Okay. Okay. Does this have to... Maybe this has to... Wait, yeah. Hang on, I just read it. Which fittingly is the only room in which this rare floor plan can be drawn. That's crazy. That explains why we haven't seen it, and I think... Okay, we have one more shop. Maybe there's a condition on this shop, too. That makes sense why we've never seen it. Or maybe I have seen it once, but I didn't take it. Probably because we haven't done good on money until, now, where we get allowance and a bunch of crazy stuff. The treasure trove room and whatever. Okay, a new clue. Comes 14 months after her disappearance. Okay. Very interesting. Going to a lasting hope, a non-profit organization. Bon Margle, who is the guy who checked out the Orinda book a million times looking for the uncensored version. Interesting. I don't see... Maybe there's some magnifying glass action here. Does this room have any other deal? I don't think so. It's a strange book. Like, do any of these books look horribly out of place? I guess we can go like this. It's going to be a little disorienting for a minute. I mean, we can't even reach the top, I don't think. Just looking to see if the mouse cursor changes. My eyes are... Look away for a second, maybe, if this hurts. Ooh, okay. And one more. I don't see any mouse cursor action. I guess I should have been clicking the whole time, but I don't think anything else is going on here. 3 red books on top of each other, though. That's a little sus. They're kind of laid out weird. I guess, like, there's always this flat side. Why would you lay out your books like this? I don't know. Let's get Realm and Rune. Let's get drafting strategy 4. I would love 2 more coins. I guess we can go to the outside room. Maybe we can get 2 coins in there. Should I change the thing? Okay, no, we can't. We have to take the library a different day in order to check out our new books. You really have to buy the books and then check them out at the library. We're buying them for the library? That's messed up. No one lives here. Yeah, let's check this room. Hopefully it's a tomb. That'll give us more to do. If it's not, we just end it. Maybe a shrine for our last 6 coins. Tomb? Okay. So, let me pull up the thing here. We have what I believe to be the order to click the statues. Right, I forgot this takes my mouse. I don't think there's really anything else in here. Just these statues we can interact with. There's some extra money, which may actually let us buy a book. Is there extra money? I know the effect is, every time you get a dead end. I don't think so. I don't know. We might find something when we're looking here. But number 1 is the hoe. Okay, that's the one with the staff. I would call this what I said would be the hoe, the farmer. Okay. Number 2 is flat spoon. Which I imagine is like a pizza peel, because she's kind of chefed up. Pitchfork, number 3. It's been a while since I wrote that down. Pitchfork. Mop. Mop is number 4. I believe you may be the mop. Let me find the rest of them. We have the chapel if we need to go look. 5 is broom. 6 is saber. And 7 is staff. Is there... there would be no other one. So this is broom. Oh, sorry, this is mop. This is broom. 6 is saber. 7 is like the staff, and like I thought she had a shield, but okay. And it's right behind me. I guess that makes sense if this is always the last one. And this should lead into the basement. And yes, the Catacombs is right here too, which is new to us. And then there's a door somewhere that leads to the basement. Now, it's a lot of music, huh? They love their music. Okay. This is the outdoor. I wonder if that's a one-way. Maybe it is because, yeah, who knows? More parts of the map. However, again, we've seen the full map. The full map is not that hard to get. This skull is not interactable. There's also a statue of death here. Okay, I thought it just killed me. I was sure I was going to be murdered. But no, he takes his scythe down a little bit at an angle. Thank God. Guess that opens the door. And I mean, it's one way into the basement. You don't need the foundation for this. You don't need the fountain for this. So, like, you can make this happen as soon as you unlock the outside room, which just needs, like, the garage. And to open the garage. I don't see anything else here. Like, the torches are lit. That's cool. Can I, like, take one? A lot of places have lit torches, but, like... There's still some kind of problem with the torch, and it's pretty nearby, so I just wanted to check. That big arrow's a little sus. That's why I feel like the door was supposed to close on me, or is going to close on me. But no, we're here. Maybe that door closes if there's no tomb there today, or on the day. This will lead to the well, which is currently messed up. Now, hang on. You have more letters for me, don't you? Okay. I also have this here. The 8th angel points dreams. The 8th angel points... What did I write here? 2-hour dreams. So that's what the full text says if we cut up the thing. I'll fix it at some point later. Let's just put dreams here. That's not how you spell dreams, but like whatever. I'll make that a full sentence later because we know what that says now. I just forgot where this part of the paper was. I don't even know where we found the other side. I think it's in the freezer. Is this part of the map? Is that right? And then clearly the bottom is back there in the tomb. And then in the gear room, there's just the full text, but it doesn't have this part. Okay. The 8th angel points to our dreams. I'm going to go back in the tomb in a second. 8th angel might also be death, but it also may be in the chapel, so we might have a bit to do today. Now, there is no stair down here, and there is obviously no boat, so we can't cross today. I would have loved to shove my key into one of those trunks, but whatever. Okay, there's the flood. I guess that's how that looks. Boy, you think that door would get, like, moldy or something. I mean, so would all of this wood, I guess. But, you know, whatever. I'm just a guy. And then we can push the minecart to get into the gear room, but we can't push it in a way that lets us in there. Not that we really care today. What I do care about is 8th angel points to our dreams. Now, is our dreams up here? Is it where the scythe is pointing? No, I imagine this secret, it's either in the chapel or there's an 8th angel upstairs. Because I don't believe the 8th angel is death. There's some money. Okay, we can buy another book. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? Right next to the door. Very interesting. I mean, it's also like, haha, dead end, right? There's these torches, which is also interesting. Because there's... one of these stands is, like, knocked over somewhere. There's also all these extra-looking doors. Yeah, like this one. Let me just make sure, like, this is pretty sus. You're the normal one. Is there anybody back here? Like, this is sus as hell with the torches. Like, I think that might open a door. It's a very interesting blueprint. Does black print mean lots of secrets for some reason? Like, why is the treasure trove a black print? What's the connection between these? I don't know. It's a very rare thing, clearly. And the tomb, you know, it goes underground. It's death. Sure, make it black. Why is the treasure trove black? I just thought of a crazy thing we could do, actually. We could just spam days, make the treasure trove, and end it to just always make the treasure trove, like, OP. Just, like, keep buffing it and then just end the run. That would be funny. I won't be doing that. I don't see another angel up here, but let's check the chapel. So let's come all the way out, and I guess I'll leave this way. I don't think it really matters. I mean, we have more than enough steps because we're out of house today. Yeah, we can buy a book. We can check the chapel for the 8th angel. The 8th angel points to our dreams. I'm going to throw a coin in here. Just because we only need 8 to buy another book. Let me do that real quick. I got a stamina? Why? There we go. Just didn't feel like I was running. Okay, another book, Drafting Strategy 5. Again, we can't check it out today. Not this one, but this one. The 8th angel, which is not you. Isn't there another one? Am I crazy? There's 4, and there's 3. Am I thinking of that? I am thinking, oh, you know what? This probably goes down or something. It might be the torches again. This feels like an awful lot like it lowers, and then we get to see the 8th angel here. Now, again, it points to our dreams. What does that mean? I don't know. But that would make sense, because this is the only puzzle in this room that I know of. Let me click on these guys. But yeah, we might need to, like, light these torches. Again, if I can light the stupid candles that are everywhere. I feel like this drops down. We get to see, you know, the number 8 and who this is, and something happens. 8th angel points to our dreams. Clearly, there's a puzzle there, so. Let's check the treasure trove, just in case. Now that we've made somewhat of a connection to the black print. Maybe it's just, you know, this is underground. But why isn't the foundation a black print? It is, like, rare, but it's also permanent. Yeah, like this looks like it would be underground, right? There's also these. These are interesting. These, like, gem boxes. I guess I can't open this. I have no use for keys. Green memos and white boxes are always lies. Isn't that what it said last time? And we know blue is true? At least we don't know it's definitely a lie. Green memos and white boxes. Okay. I guess it's to help with the thing. The reservoir puzzle. But I think I'm done here. Anything with these? Like, I don't know. Is there some other puzzle in the entrance room? Maybe. Let's look around a little bit just in case. Like, let's go to the grotto and just check on something. We definitely can't do the chess puzzle today, obviously. But we did melt the servers in the server room. Did they just happen to show up here? No. Maybe I didn't melt it enough. But also, maybe that's nothing. This is basically nothing. This is still here. We can't magnify it or anything. I don't know what that means. It probably has to do with whatever's behind the door. I don't think this gate is ever opening. I don't see why or how it would. Like, it just goes into empty space. I don't think we get to leave the manor. It's here. Okay, this is it is not a blue tent. I was thinking this is already blue, but the gift shop has the like blue tent upgrade. Which is clearly something. This is still the same as it always was. It tells us where we can find like the greenhouse. Yeah, like the greenhouse, all this stuff or whatever, and the amount of flowers. Sundial is very interesting. Why is it here? Is really why it's interesting. It doesn't really make sense as a piece of decoration. Like who just has a sundial, but maybe that's all it is, but why? Why is it locked behind a door? Why, you know? Well, I think we're calling it a day. I get no bonuses for doing it anywhere in particular. Let's do it at the campsite. Why not? Never done this before. Maybe there's a secret here. Maybe if we retire at the campsite, which is a named location, maybe we do something. Maybe. But thanks for watching. I'm going to end it here. It's a short one. I got to record more episodes. I'm a busy man. I can't do 2 hours every day. And the next episode could be 2 more hours, so or the next day. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thanks for watching. I don't know. I just screwed up. But we got the bookshop, at least. That's pretty cool. And we finally did the tomb thing. I imagine the tomb stays open. I'm going to move the notes about the tomb to a different page, though. I've just had it on the main page just in case the tomb ever showed up and we kind of forced it to show up. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for the next one.